Hey Aries, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ray. Today we're going to be looking at the person on your mind and what is the truth about them, what are their true intentions, how are they really feeling about the situation. This is going to be a timeless reading, so let's get started. Okay, Aries, just so you know, we're going to be reading this spread a little bit differently. So the top line is going to be how you see the situation. The bottom line is going to be the person's perspective. And then we'll see the outcome of the situation in the middle line here. So we're going to read it top, bottom, and then in the middle. And we'll see, like, are you on the same page? Do you want the same things? What's actually going to happen here? Okay, so let's start with the top line. You have this coffin card, Aries. I can see that you want some sort of change to happen here. This doesn't have to be a romantic or sexual connection, by the way. This could be a conflict with a friend or something ongoing with a family member, so take it how it resonates. But you obviously want an ending to all of the fighting. Okay, I am seeing the Five of Wands reversed here. I'm seeing you avoiding conflict. I'm seeing you focusing on like having a truce with this person. Like there's some sort of conflict that's unfolded recently and you feel like it's just kind of it keeps dragging on and on and on. And I feel like you're running out of energy, Aries. Okay, you want this to be done and over with. You want a truce. Okay, you want compromise. And it kind of feels like with this Three of Swords here, you're ready for forgiveness, okay? It might be you who messed up and you want forgiveness. It might be that you're ready to forgive the other person, but it kind of feels like you're just done wasting your energy on this, Aries. Like, it's not worth fighting for anymore. Like, sometimes keeping the peace is more worthwhile than being right, you know? And if this is something that's been going on for a long time, it's like, you're focused on forgiveness, you're healing your heart, okay? You're releasing the pain, and I feel like this is something that has made you even stronger. Like you know who you are. You could be dealing with a Leo, by the way, but I'm kind of seeing you like having the courage to reach out to this person, or again they could be like waiting to reach out to you, but I'm seeing you coming into this place of courage and act like becoming more fierce, like knowing where you stand and kind of putting your foot down so that you can set and keep those personal boundaries to protect your energy. Like you know your worth, Aries. And it feels like this isn't something that is no longer worth fighting about, whatever it was between the two of you. It's like just let it lie, you know, like the past is in the past. This is done. Like you don't want to deal with this energy anymore. Like it's just not worth it. You know that you're more powerful than this and that you should be moving on and moving forward. And it's like you're ready to face your fears when it comes to this person in this situation. You might be waiting to like extend the olive branch and have a real open, honest conversation with this person about what's going on so that the two of you can clear the air. In the other person's perspective, they start off down here with the Chariot card. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer. This person has high expectations, Aries. For some of you, that might be part of the problem, especially if you feel like this person sets standards for you that you just can't meet. Or there might be some sort of like idolization going on here that puts a lot of pressure on you. The way that this person looks at you is like, this person might have a bad habit of putting people on a pedestal, right? So it's like when you make one mistake, suddenly that perfect image is ruptured, and then they run for the hills, right? Because they get afraid that you're not who they thought they were, even if those expectations might not necessarily be accurate. Like, you can't expect a human being to act like anything but a human being, you know what I mean? And it feels like with this Chariot card here, the Nine of Wands, it feels like this person does want to work on this with you, Aries, whatever this is. I feel like they do want to communicate because they have that inner drive to move forward. And for some of you, this person might be very focused on themselves right now, focused on their careers. Like that might be helping them chase their goals if they're just like distracting themselves so that they don't have to deal with the situation. Like I said earlier, you could be mirroring each other with that Five of Wands reversed. It kind of feels like you're both trying to avoid conflict here because it kind of feels like there's an elephant in the room right now, Aries, where it's like there's something that the two of you need to talk about, but it's like every time you try to talk about it, it just turns into another argument or another fight. It's like you feel like you can't talk about it without more conflict popping off, and that's very frustrating. And I feel like this person feels the same way because they have this Nine of Wands here. I feel like this person might have trust issues. Okay, this person has their guard up, they have a wall around them, and it might be very difficult to get through to them sometimes if they're blocked off to that open-ended communication. It's like they run away from it, right? They don't want to deal with it. They don't even want to look at it. And it kind of feels like this person is learning to grow up a little bit, because we're in the last stretch right now with this person's development, but they are coming through as the Page of Cups. This is more water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But it feels like, again, this person has some maturing to do, some growing up to do. This could be like a literal younger person for some of you. There might be kids involved, but it feels like this person, like when they don't want to deal with something, right, like they stonewall you, like they block you out, or they shut you down emotionally. And it's like that's a very immature way of dealing with conflict, because this person doesn't really know how to address conflict, right? So they just kind of block it out. I feel like this person would be open to communication with you, Aries, in the future, especially if this is something that you feel like has been going on for way too long. I feel like they might want to hear from you, but they're afraid to hear from you at the same time. You know what I mean? Like there's a little bit of hesitancy here. Because with the Chariot card, I feel like this person does want victory with you, but they have that wall up with the Nine of Wands. This person might have been hurt before by you or possibly by somebody else. Like there could just be trust issues here, honestly. And it kind of feels like this person might be projecting their problems onto you because they're afraid of taking the steps further in order to open that communication with you, especially if you feel like this person has been hiding something from you, like blocking you out, like I said, with that Nine of Wands. If there's something like from this person's past that they're just not telling you about, this person might not want to address the past in some way if they feel like it's a burden. I feel like they want to run away from it. But this person does want victory with you. I just feel like this person has a little bit of growing up to do, because there is a part of them that is still very afraid of addressing whatever this is. But it kind of feels like this person, again, as they grow, I do think there is potential here for them to mature, because the Nine of Wands is also about wisdom, right? And if you want to achieve that victory with the Chariot card, it's like you have to acknowledge everything that you've learned from this situation. And it kind of feels like part of this person's growth journey is to learn to expect things from themselves that they expect in other people. You know what I mean? Like, it can't be one-sided. If you want, like, treating others the way that you want to be treated, that kind of energy, right? If this person holds you to certain expectations, they need to deliver on the same thing. And I feel like that might be something this person is struggling with right now. If they feel like they're immature and they have a different set of rules for themselves. Now, in the outcome here in the middle line, Aries, we start with this mature person card. It says mature woman, but you know, male, female, take it how it resonates. It doesn't really matter. And we have this Ace of Swords here as well. So I am seeing the new beginning that you want, Aries, because you have the Coffin card, which signifies endings, okay? And that could be the ending of the fighting and the beginning of new communication between the two of you. Some of you might decide to cut this person off entirely if you feel like there's really no room for forgiveness here. You might just, you know, be learning to standing on your own 2 feet with that Strength card so that you can move forward on your own. So for some of you, this is about like maturing by yourself, like learning to know like when something is no longer worth fighting for so that you can pick and choose your battles. For some of you, I am seeing potential for a breakthrough here with communication with this person, because we have the Sun card and we have the Empress. Okay, this is like positive vibes, new beginnings, loving, happy, healthy relationships. And again, for those of you who are not interested in reconciling with this person at all, whatever is going on between the two of you, this could just be like self-care, self-love, like it's not worth fighting for. I'm going to stand in my power and become this amazing Empress character here. For those of you who do want clarity with this Ace of Swords here, for some of you this might involve a mother or a mother figure with the Empress card, especially if this is about like a family situation. With that baby on the on the image on the card as well, there could potentially be like an actual baby involved or children involved, like I said before, especially with that Page of Cups. But again, there could just be emotional immaturity here. It feels like for some of you, this person might respond better to, how do I say this? Like gentility, caring, nurturing, like approaching this person from like a very like radiant, positive energy. Like I said, that open, honest communication before, because I feel like this is the type of person with this immature Page of Cups card here who does not respond well to passive aggressive or even overtly aggressive behavior, right? Like if you come at them with the Five of Wands and the Three of Swords reversed, Aries, it's like it's not going to work, right? Like they're not going to listen to you. But if you come at them like open-hearted, open-minded, really willing to listen and show them that you care about their perspective, this person might be a little bit more open to communicating with you, because I feel like this person wants to feel heard. And that doesn't necessarily mean that this is your fault in any way, but again, with that immature energy, with this Nine of Wands here, I think this person feels like sometimes you don't listen to them. And even if you don't think that that's true, again, this is just their perspective. Like, this is the energy I'm getting from them in this bottom line here. This person doesn't feel heard. And they want you to be a little bit more open and show them that you care with this nurturing Empress energy. One last card before we go, Aries. I just wanted to clarify the Three of Swords reversed and get a little bit more background information on the situation here. The Seven of Pentacles reversed popped out as well to clarify this card. I feel like you think that there's low return here. You know what I mean? It feels like some of you, again, you're just going to choose to walk away from this situation because you feel like you need to forgive yourself for giving other people the power to hurt you, right? And that's a very powerful position to be in when you can admit, like, look, I tried my best, it didn't work out, there's nothing wrong with that, but now I know better and I can move on and move into a better version of myself in the future. Like, some of you are just gonna give up. Like, you just want to like lay down your weapons and stop fighting. You know what I mean? Like this Three of Swords is in reversed. And when a sword is in reverse, it's like you put it down, right? You put the sword down. You're not using it anymore. Like you don't want to fight about this anymore. It's not worth it. And for some of you, this might be about moving forward on your own with this Strength card and healing your own heart, right? Not necessarily healing with this person. Again, if you do want reconciliation, then this part of the message isn't for you. But for those of you who are choosing to walk away, it's like you need to restructure your plan in order to make sure that you're putting yourself first. Because I do feel like this experience is something that needed to happen, Aries, so that you learn how to handle conflict better. Okay, don't avoid conflict, right? Nip it in the bud. How do you handle conflict? How do you restructure it? How do you compromise? You know, how do you come to a truce? How do you choose to lay down those weapons? Like, you get to choose whether or not a battle is actually worth fighting. And for a lot of you, I'm hearing this could even be about like a work situation for some of you, like a coworker or a difficult boss, or just like a career where you feel like you're being unappreciated right now. It's like it's wasted effort. And holding on to that pain is also a waste of your time. So for some of you, Aries, it just kind of feels like you're like, you know what, screw this. I'm done here. Good luck without me. Peace out. Make sure you comment down below to let me know if this message resonates, and you can like and subscribe if you haven't already. That engagement helps me a lot, and I'll see you in your next tarot reading. Bye, Aries.